Nice night, no?
There was a time when Cerberus would never have permitted any soul to exit through that gateway there behind you.
Oh, that can't possibly be true. What about Orpheus, Theseus, Heracles, Odysseus? Countless tales of brave men delving into the underworld, then leaving whence they came.
They left on my authority alone, nor did they take for granted my good graces. You believe you are entitled simply to walk out of here, from your birthright and your responsibilities. But I am here to tell you, no. Darkness. Darkness. A wasted effort. Now. Darkness. Not now. Again.
Let's finish this then.
That does it.
I can't. Let's go. Get off me. I don't think so. I'm out.
Behold.
I'm empty.
You see? Blast. Oh. The world you seek out there. It's even crueler than the one you know. No.
There. In the name of Hades. To see this each day. Mine. That's one more bass.
Is that you?
I'm back.
I could not stand it on Olympus, Zagreus. The blustering, the posturing, my overbearing mother. None of it. I would have left the mountain voluntarily, except...
Except Father absconded with you, didn't he? Dragged you down with him into the underworld. So if Olympus were to find that out, I shudder to think of the consequences.
That fool is trying to protect me even now. It wasn't he who absconded with me, my son. And it's more complicated even than that. I was content to leave, willing to make my life within the underworld, with your father.
I dare not ask who did bring you to Father then. So essentially you ran away from home to live with him. I mean no disrespect, but did you realize what you were getting yourself into?
We have a tendency to be impetuous when we are younger, Zagreus. I heard all about your father before we met. Admired paintings of him. It was very awkward at first, but he had a bluntness I fancied. A sense of principle. I much preferred him to his brothers, I can tell you that.
So, then you secretly left Mount Olympus to be with the god of the dead in the underworld, and Olympus never found out. What do you suppose would happen if they did?
I think there would be war between Olympus and your father, Zagreus, if they found out. Especially now, after all this. And after all this time. They slew their parents once. If the Titans could be wiped from this world, so can we all.
So it makes sense. If Father, he agrees with you and thinks that leaving you in hiding here, that it's the only way he can prevent that war.
I can see how your father, shrewd but also single-minded as he was, might have followed such a line of reasoning as that. Oh, Zagreus. What have I done?
No. What have I done? I can't. Oh, I need to fix this.
Don't you see, boy? You are trapped. How goes your heated rivalry against the greatest king of Athens lately, boy? Your battles with him and the Minotaur must be the talk of the underworld of late.
Admitted, Father. Theseus was the only hero you were able to recruit to stand against me. All the while he gets to boast about being the champion. Well, it was Heracles too busy for the task.
Speak not to me of Heracles. You know these heroes by their deeds, not by their character. Heracles is fortunate he's in my brother's favor. Else he would be in Tartarus where he belongs. The mortal concept of what constitutes a hero is absurd.
They should have asked the expert, I suppose. Where's Cerberus? Achilles, if a friend of yours were in need of assistance, but the only way you could assist them was to somehow change the terms of an ancient pact Father probably forced on them, what would you do?
I would be very careful, above all. Do you understand, lad? I would not wish to make things any worse. How many pacts such as the one you're thinking of are buried back in the administrative chamber there? Even your father can't keep track. Although, perhaps Nyx can.
Nyx, you're right. She knows everything. Wouldn't hurt to ask her, I suppose.
Just watch yourself.
I must confess something to you, my friend. My mind still wanders to Eurydice quite often, and my memories of her, despite my best attempts to move along with my existence here. I would call it a fatal flaw, except I am already dead.
Don't torture yourself, mate. You've been through enough. As is she. You still care for one another, just don't have a way to get the point across. But I have an idea.
I too once had ideas, Zagreus. Ideas and inspirations. It was so very wonderful to have a muse.
I know. Hey, Meg. I thought I'd better hand this over.
I'll confiscate that if you really want. Although I'm warning you, I'm not susceptible to bribes. Many have tried.
Hey, I'm just handing over contraband to the appropriate authorities. Think nothing of it, Meg. Just doing our jobs, right?
Zagreus, I heard Lord Hades served you with a pact of punishment. You must be very proud.
What, you mean the gigantic infernal contract reserved only for extraordinary circumstances? Yeah, I suppose I'm pleased that Father's gone to all that trouble just for me.
Well, when you're finished being smug about it, know that all of us are bound by its terms. You can force a lot of things to change if you're not careful.
A lot of things such as how you refuse to reason with your positively charming sisters, Meg.
The extreme measures condition. You wouldn't dare. Do you have any idea what you're talking about?
Anything for you, Meg. This is not here. Here's what I caught lately. I'm much obliged. What's up for barter? It's a deal. I could use that. I'll take the nectar.
Wait. How can I possibly accept such generosity, my child? Surely others whom you know are more deserving of such offerings.
Nonsense, Nyx. I want you to have it. You've always cared for me. I can't ever repay you for that.
Child, quickly now, before you go. I know how all of this must look. Know that I was true to her, Persephone, and that I think fondly on the time she spent with us.
Of course, Nyx. Though, why did she really leave the underworld, do you think? Besides, because of me. So what if she thought I died at birth?
She did not feel that she belonged. It was a very difficult adjustment she was forced to make. And she feared that she would inevitably end up caught between Olympus and this realm. That she might start a war.
A war. Wars have been fought for less, I understand. And Father must have been a real burden, too.
You do not know. Ask her yourself about her time with him. But I have already said too much, and I cannot say more.
You've said more than enough. I'll see you, Nyx. Prices are a little steep there, I must say. I'm growing stronger. All set.